Okay, gang. So you're back for part 2 here. We already graphed these. I left them up here for you. This is an absolute value graph. Okay, so this is what we did the week before Thanksgiving and over Thanksgiving. Okay, so I can see that my vertex, remember where the V happens, is at -3, -1. Okay, it's the opposite of what's in here. And then -1, -3, -1. I'm going to be opening down, right? Since I'm not going to be a V opening up because of this negative, I'm going to be opening down, and it's going to have a slope of 1/2. So I go down 1/2, down 1/2. I do that in both directions. Down 1/2, down 1/2. My line's going to be dotted. I reminded myself of that because there's no equal to sign. So, okay, this is what my V looks like. It's a wide V opening down with the vertex at -3, -1. And now I don't know if I should shade everything above the V or everything under the V. So let's pick a point. And again, I love to use 0, 0. I'll put 0 in for Y, 0 in for X. That gives me 0 is less than. 0 plus 3 is 3. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. Oh, but it was negative. So -1.5 minus 1 is -2.5. Is 0 less than -2.5? Nope. So 0, 0 should not be shaded. Okay, since I got a false inequality, 0, 0 should not be shaded. So that tells me it's everything underneath the V. Which kind of makes sense because it was Y. Remember when it was solved for Y, we said you can look at the inequality sign. This says less than, so that's underneath. The Y coordinates are all less than the Y coordinate that's on the V. Okay, there we go. That's how you graph. All right, so let's graph these. You don't have your whiteboard, we're not in class. Maybe you could just pause me for a second and see what you get when you graph these. Okay, make yourself a little graph and see what you get. All right, go ahead and pause me and come back and do that. Okay, you're back. Here we go. This one I would do with the intercept method. I would put, don't worry about that C over A thing. I'm going to put 0 in for Y. 4 times X equals -28. Divide by 4. -28 over 4 is -7. So I know that -7, 0 is a point. And then I would graph the other intercept. So I'm going to put 0 in for X. 7y equals -28. Divide by 7. And I get -4. Okay? Since this has an equal to sign, it's not a dotted line, it's a solid line. So we connected -7, 0, 0, -4. And then we had to figure out where do I shade? Up here or down below? So I'm going to test the point 0, 0 again. Is 0 bigger than -28? Yes, it is. So 0, 0 should be in the shaded spot. So that's what made me decide to shade everything up here. Okay, so hopefully you got that. Again, some people choose to do this by, instead of the intercept method, they solve for y. So you would have had 7y is greater than or equal to -4x minus 28. Subtracting the 4x over here, divide by 7. That's 28 divided by 7, negative, okay. So I would have y equals -4/7 x minus 4. I would go to -4. And I would go up 4 and to the left 7. Okay, gosh, same line. Okay, so if you like doing the slope-intercept form, that's fine. Okay, whatever works for you. Let's try this one. Ooh, there's no y. There's just x. So this is going to be a vertical line, isn't it? I'm going to subtract my 2x over here, divide by -5. Well, as soon as I say it, stars and bells and whistles should go off. I'm dividing by a negative. I have to flip the sign. Instead of less than or equal to, it becomes greater than or equal to. Okay, because I divided by a negative. -5 divided by -5 is +1. So x is greater than or equal to 1. So that's everything up here. Okay, things bigger than 1 or 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're shading everything to the right. All right, that was a tough one. People have trouble when it's vertical line or a horizontal line. They're supposed to be easier, but they end up being harder, you know, because you're looking for a slope and things, and that's, no. Okay, the last one is a nice absolute value equation. So we have our vertex at -2, -1, right? -2, -1. There's our vertex. I know it opens up because 2 is positive. My slope is 2, so I go up 2 over 1. I go up 2 and over 1 in the other direction. It's a dotted line because there's no equal to sign here. And then I don't know which to shade. I'm going to try 0, 0. I put 0 in for x, 0 in for y. I get 0 is less than 0 plus 2 is 2. Absolute value 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. Is 0 less than 3? Sure is. So 0, 0 needs to be shaded. So that told me it was everything under the V. All right. Last type of thing is writing the equation given the graph. Oh boy, this is going to be tough, right? Okay, well, this is a line. I can write what it equals, right? Because I know the y-intercept is 1. What's the slope, guys? Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. The slope is 3/4. So I kind of want to write y equals 3/4 x minus 1. Not minus 1, plus 1. I'm going through +1 up 3 over 4. However, that's the line. And we're not equal to the line because it's a dotted line. So I have to know, am I less than that or are my y-coordinates greater than that? I can tell that the y-coordinates are greater because I shaded above. Okay? However, if you want to double check, put 0, 0 in your equation. I'm sorry, in your inequality. That gives me 0 greater than 1. No, 0 is not bigger than 1. So 0, 0 should not be shaded, and it's not. So now I'm convinced that I wrote the correct equation. Y is greater than 3/4 x plus 1. This is an absolute value equation. So let's see, my vertex is at 2, 0. I always start with y equals. I know it's going to be greater than, but absolute value x minus 2. I don't have to write plus 0. The y-coordinate of the vertex is 0. I don't think it's just 1. Let's see. It looks like I go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. It's very skinny v. Okay, so we have a 3 here. Now it's not equal to. It's everything bigger. I shaded all the y-coordinates that are bigger than the y-coordinate on the v. Oh, and it's greater than or equal to, isn't it? Because it's solid. Okay, I might test 0, 0 just to see. Is 0 greater than or equal to, let's see, 0 minus 2 is -2. The absolute value of -2 is +2 times 3 is 6. Is 0 bigger than or equal to 6? No. So 0, 0 should not be shaded. So that, it's not the stuff under here, it's the stuff above it. So I'm convinced I did the right answer there. Y is greater than or equal to 3 times the absolute value of x minus 2. The last one is also an absolute value equation, inequality. The vertex is at 0, 3. So absolute value of x plus 3. Okay, it's x plus 0. I don't write that. Let's see, what's the slope here? To me, it looks like it's down 1/2, right? So -1/2 because it's opening down. And its y is less than. The y coordinates that I shaded are underneath the line, right? Y is less than -1/2, absolute value of x plus 3. And I don't put less than or equal to because it's a dotted line. All righty. So to write the inequality for this one, go ahead and pause me and try that and see what you get. Okay. Go ahead and pause me. Try it on your own. Okay, you're back. Let's get started here. The vertex is at -2, 1. So it's absolute value of x plus 2 plus 1. Okay, let me move myself. It looks like the slope is what, down 1/2 again. So, and it's everything underneath. It's downward facing V. So that's why it's -1/2. And it's less than, I'm shading everything underneath. Okay. Trying this one. Oh, this is just a line. Y-intercept of -1. Slope is up 1, 2, 3, up 4/2. So -2. Oh, I guess I could have gone up 2/1 to the left. So -2. I can tell it's a negative slope. It's going down from left to right. So y equals -2x minus 1. But it's not y equals, right? It's y is less than or equal to -2x minus 1 because it's the y coordinates are underneath the line. Or again, I could try 0, 0 out, and 0 is not less than -1. So I knew 0, 0 couldn't be in the shaded spot. Hopefully you're getting the idea, or you can rewatch a couple of these examples if you're having trouble. Okay, so the best angle from which to approach any problem is the triangle. Little math joke. So please try the inequalities, graphing inequalities practice. It's on Schoology. All right, gang? See you soon. Bye-bye.